Every time she tries to step outside, she's blocked by an invisible wall. She tries again and again, until she finally realizes she's already dead. This house is no longer hers. Tenants come and go. No one sees her, but something always feels off. She stays quiet, alone, until one day, a boy moves in. Like always, the first to sense her presence is the family pet. While taking off his shoes, the boy accidentally bumps a hidden compartment in the closet. Inside, he finds a red photo album. On the first page, a girl's name. He flips through the photos. She grows older with each one, until the pages turn blank. Just as he flips back, the album slams shut. Startled, he thinks it's just old hinges. A ring falls to the floor. The next morning, he steps on it. It stings. He picks it up. The stone gives off a faint glow. He slips it on, and she appears. He gasps. He checks the album again. It's her. The ring floats in mid-air.
There! It's the ring! Hi, I'm B. I haunt your bedroom.
Her voice is soft, unsure. He slowly accepts the truth. She's a ghost. And now, his roommate. How did you die? She remembers. At the museum, she saw a beautiful ring. Curious, she walked out, forgetting the ring was still in her hand. Then, a car, out of control. Everything went black. Since then, she's been trapped here. Can't leave, can't be seen, only touches things if she really focuses. To show off his wife's curvy body, the husband publicly took off her stockings. Amid the cheers of the crowd, the wife could only reluctantly cooperate, because if she didn't, she would not only be beaten, but he would even burn her body with cigarette butts, despite her being 8 months pregnant. And yet, this cruel husband was the very man she had just picked up from prison. The moment he walked out of the prison gates and saw his wife, his eyes were still filled with joy. But their son was cold and distant toward him. After returning home, the man threw a party to celebrate his release and once again pulled off his wife's stockings in front of everyone. That night, he still wasn't satisfied and tried to force his wife to be intimate with him. The woman, who was close to giving birth, refused. Furious, the husband yanked her hair and threw her to the ground. Their son witnessed everything, but could only do his best to comfort his mother. What broke her completely came the next day. To toughen up their son, the husband made him box with another child 5 years older. Angry, the son called the police. But the police couldn't do anything. Legally, a father had the right to take his child out of school. To protect her son, the woman confronted her husband at home. Instead of understanding, he became even more violent. He grabbed a lit cigarette and burned her, and locked her in the bedroom. Lying on the floor in pain, the woman began to feel intense contractions. Her son stayed outside the door, refusing to leave. Late into the night, the husband still hadn't come home. The pain became unbearable. She asked her son to pass her a knife through the door. With all her strength, she began hacking at the door lock, one strike at a time. Fueled by sheer willpower, she finally broke free. She grabbed her son and ran all the way to a convent. When she saw the nun, she broke down in tears. An 11-year-old girl was pinned to a chair by her mother, just so she could learn French etiquette. To ensure a smooth political marriage between France and Austria, her mother had hired a French etiquette teacher. From the very day her daughter got engaged, even the length of her hair was strictly regulated. But to Marie, all of this seemed ridiculous. Her mother didn't care what she thought. She only cared about making her daughter look more like a French girl. However, Marie was completely uncooperative during the lessons. As a form of rebellion, she made little to no progress, even after years of learning, but that still couldn't change her fate. At the age of 14, Princess Marie boarded a carriage to France, leaving her mother behind to fulfill her royal duty. As the carriage reached the border, Marie nervously stepped into the unfamiliar land, holding her beloved pet dog in her arms. Marie was so nervous she forgot the proper greeting. After the lady introduced herself, Marie stepped forward and gave her a warm hug, but such behavior clearly violated French court etiquette. The lady in waiting coldly pushed her away. Marie froze, unsure what to do. Seeing this, the lady in waiting sternly corrected her.
Cutscene.
A girl was at City Hall when she noticed something strange. Every portrait of the past mayors showed them holding the same briefcase. Same design, same color. What shocked her even more was that her family had the exact same briefcase at home. She rushed back to her house. When she got there, her little sister was playing with the case. She quickly picked up her sister and the briefcase and moved away. Then their grandmother saw the case and froze.
You found this is what you're looking for? You sure? What's so special about it?
I forget. I
don't remember.
She couldn't remember what it was for, but she said it had been passed down in the family, and their ancestors warned them never to lose it. Curious, the girl decided to open the briefcase. Inside, there was only a torn instruction sheet and a plastic card that looked high-tech. She put the pieces of the paper together, but there were no real instructions, just a few letters that spelled out one word, sewer. Confused, she thought of a friend who worked in the city's sewer system. She brought the case to him. What they found inside led them to a secret that had been buried for hundreds of years. She had lived in a care facility for 30 years. One day, during a routine checkup,
I think she's 6.5 months.
they were shocked. She had Down syndrome. She was 30 years old, but her mental age was closer to that of a 3-year-old. The doctor reported it to the police. He also contacted the facility director about possible negligence.
She's been molested while under your care and supervision, and I want every male resident, nurse, and orderly questioned.
But when they spoke to the girl, she wasn't scared. She stayed calm and even tried to hide something. Her father lost control and said,
The girl was normal. Somebody knocked her up. I could go after whoever it was with a hatchet. I could make him marry her. I could make everything all right. But how can she ever be married? She isn't normal.
I am normal.
but that made the
as
girl
a
upset.
gay
She believed she was just like everyone else. Still, people stared at her during every prenatal visit. It's extremely rare for a woman with Down syndrome to become pregnant. Doctors said her pregnancy was high risk. The baby had a low chance of survival. They told her mother to watch her closely. A nurse came to check on her almost every day. One day, a young man came to visit. Her mother was shocked. The girl ran out and hugged him. They were a couple from the care home. The boy had polio, but they said they loved each other. He came to ask for permission to marry her. Her mother was angry. She didn't believe either of them could live independently, let alone raise a child. The nurse stopped her from lashing out. The boy begged her to give him a chance. Then, before the pregnancy reached 7 months, the girl started having contractions. She didn't understand what was happening. The nurse tried to calm her down, but she was scared. Her mother went into the delivery room. She comforted her like a child. Soon, the baby was born, but the nurse wrapped it up quickly and left the room. The mother saw her face and understood. The baby didn't survive. After recovery, the girl returned to the care home, but the boy had been moved to another facility. She watched him leave, confused and heartbroken. She didn't know it was done to protect her.
I haven't had a period.
The midwife thought confusedly. She called a doctor to examine Lucy. The doctor remained silent for a few seconds before announcing the results. They couldn't find her uterus, and her vagina was much shorter than normal. Lucy answered with a bitter smile. She always knew she was different from other girls. Her friends, classmates, and even close girlfriends all have menstrual periods, except for her. She tends to throw away the sanitary pads her mother gave her every month. The midwife and doctor arranged for Lucy to undergo appropriate examinations at a large hospital the next day.
Notice about the genital area. Anyone? Staring you in the face?
Pubic hair, sir.
Correct. And why might that be?
The inspection turned into a nightmare. The doctor summoned a group of medical interns to observe without her consent. They pointed coldly at her body, ignoring her discomfort and pain. After the examination, Lucy collapsed and ran back to the clinic to tell the midwife what had happened. 2 days later, the results came out. Lucy has been diagnosed with androgen insensitivity syndrome. She looks like a woman on the outside, but her genes are male. Body consists of testicles, not ovaries or uterus. She is completely unable to have children. The midwife looked sympathetically at the grief-stricken Lucy. Lucy realized that her dream of a perfect marriage was shattered in an instant. After returning home, Lucy's mother found her unconscious. She had taken a whole bottle of sleeping pills. Thanks to timely rescue, Lucy was spared from danger. When they returned home, they saw her fiancé waiting at the door. He agreed to meet him and told him the truth. He was shocked, but his love for her remained unchanged.
Get married because I want you.
Still.
Always.